Hi everyone. So this week we're going to review conjunctions, and then at the end of the week we are going to retake that conjunctions quiz. So if you didn't do so well on it, or maybe you never got around to taking it at all, don't worry. I am deleting those old scores, and we're going to retry it after we do some more practice this week. All right, so today is coordinating conjunctions specifically. But just as a quick reminder, remember that conjunctions, all of them, coordinating, subordinating, and conjunctive adverbs, are the parts of speech that join things. All right, they join words or groups of words in sentences. Coordinating conjunctions is our focus for today. Coordinating conjunctions join two or more sentences. They can join subjects. They can join objects, right? Two things that are grammatically equal. Um, there are only 7 coordinating conjunctions, so you can easily memorize them. This is not the case with other kinds of conjunctions. There's too many to memorize, but coordinating, you certainly can. They are right here. We call them the Fanboys. That's sort of their nickname, right? Fanboys, because they are for, and, nor, but, or, yet, so. So you can memorize those. That's all of them. That's the entire list. So like I said up here, they join sentences, subjects, and objects. So let's look at an example of each. In this example here, my dog enjoys being bathed, but he hates getting his nails trimmed. In this case, the coordinating conjunction is but, and it is joining two sentences. So we have a sentence here, right? My dog enjoys being bathed. We could put a period at the end of that, and it is a sentence. We have another sentence here. He hates getting his nails trimmed, right? So we have but in the middle, and it's joining these two sentences. So here's the thing with punctuating coordinating conjunctions. It depends upon what you're joining as to how you punctuate them. So here, because we're joining two sentences, we also need a comma. So my dog enjoys being bathed, comma, but he hates getting his nails trimmed. See how this comma and coordinating conjunction are kind of like the glue that is holding this sentence and this sentence together. Comma, coordinating conjunction to join two sentences. All right, another thing that a coordinating conjunction can do is it can join subjects. So in the second example, we have Calvin and Crystal refuse to eat peas. Here, Calvin is the subject of the sentence. Crystal is the subject of the sentence. If we find our verb or our predicate, refuse, and we ask who or what is refusing, who's refusing to do something? Well, Calvin is, also Crystal. So here, and is our coordinating conjunction, joining the two subjects. When a coordinating conjunction joins subjects, we do not need the comma. So here, there's no comma necessary. It's just Calvin and Crystal. All right, another thing that coordinating conjunctions can do is join objects. And we've talked about the object of a preposition before. We haven't really talked about direct objects, but that's another kind of object we can get into another time. Let's look at this sentence, number 3. You can eat your cake with a spoon or fork. So or is our coordinating conjunction. So think back to prepositions, right? And this is your prepositional phrase, with a spoon or fork. And remember how we find the object of the preposition? We find the preposition, here it's with, and we ask what or whom. With what? And since we have two answers, with spoon or with fork, those are two objects, right? And here you can see we have or joining those two objects. And just like when a coordinating conjunction joins subjects, when a coordinating conjunction joins objects, you don't need a comma. So no comma unless your coordinating conjunction is joining sentences. Then you have to have that comma. If you leave the comma out, you have a run-on sentence. All right, we are going to do some practice. So here's our practice. Coordinating conjunctions practice. Here's the directions. We're going to identify the coordinating conjunction in each sentence. We are going to identify what the conjunction is joining. Is it joining sentences? Is it joining subjects? Is it joining objects? Because remember, on the quiz, I'm going to ask you to write a sentence with a coordinating conjunction that joins two subjects, something like that. So you need to know all of that. And then, of course, we're going to punctuate correctly. So here we go. Question number 1. Tomato and onion are my favorite pizza toppings. So first, what is the coordinating conjunction in this sentence? All right. And next, well, wait a minute. Did you pick and? Right? And is our coordinating conjunction. All right. Next, what is the conjunction and joining? Sentences, subjects, or objects? All right. In this sentence, and is joining two subjects, tomato and onion. Tomato is the subject of our sentence, but so is onion. They both work with the predicate or the verb are. What are my favorite? Tomato and onion. All right, so they're joining subjects. And then lastly, how do we punctuate this sentence? So looking at our coordinating conjunction and, how do we punctuate? All right, I'm hoping that you chose the option to just leave it the way it is. All right, tomato and onion, perfect the way it is. We do not need a comma because remember, we only need that comma when the conjunction is joining two sentences or if you have a series of 3 or more. If I said tomato, onion, and I don't know, olives. All right, tomato, comma, onion, comma, and olives. But since we don't have a series of 3, we don't need it. All right, let's try number 2. Same thing here. He is very good at football and tennis. So what is the coordinating conjunction in this sentence? All right, I hope that you found and as the coordinating conjunction. The second question here is, what is and joining? Sentences, subjects, or objects? All right, did you choose objects? What is it that he's very good at? Football and tennis. So he is our subject, is our predicate, right? Football and tennis are objects. At football and tennis. Prepositional phrase. Okay. Lastly, punctuate the sentence correctly. How should we punctuate this sentence? All right, just like in number 1, I hope you chose to leave this sentence as is. Remember, when the coordinating conjunction is joining subjects or objects, we do not need any punctuation. So this sentence is punctuated correctly the way it is. Number 3, I am allergic to cats, but I have 3 of them. First, what is the coordinating conjunction in this sentence? All right, did you find but? Next, what is this conjunction here, but joining? Is it joining sentences, subjects, or objects? All right, did you see that here but is joining sentences, right? I am allergic to cats. That is a sentence. We could put a period and it could stand alone. I have 3 of them. It could stand alone as a sentence too. Independent clause, right? Or a sentence to keep it simple. All right, lastly, with number 3, how are we going to punctuate this sentence? All right, hopefully you chose the option to stick a comma in there, right there after cats. Remember that when our coordinating conjunction is joining 2 sentences, it must have a comma with it. The comma is not, or the coordinating conjunction is not strong enough by itself to join two whole sentences. If it's going to do that much work, it needs a little bit of help. It needs that comma. If it's just joining subjects or subjects or objects, like in 1 and 2, the conjunction is strong enough to do that. But sentences are heavier, it needs help, so it gets help from its friend, the comma. All right, number 4. I do not like anchovies, so I don't eat them. First of all, what is the coordinating conjunction in this sentence? All right, the coordinating conjunction, of course, here is so. For and nor, but, or, yet, so. The next question is, what is this conjunction here, so, joining? Is it joining sentences, subjects, or objects? All right, did you see that it's joining sentences? I do not like anchovies, and I don't eat them. And then lastly, for number 4, how should we punctuate this sentence? Okay, did you decide that this sentence needed a comma? I hope so. Remember, the conjunction alone is not strong enough to join two big old sentences. I mean, they're little sentences, but still, they're bigger than like tomato, onion. So you need something stronger. You need the comma. All right, number 5. I don't eat meat or eggs. What is the coordinating conjunction? All right, did you find or? Good. Now, next, what is or joining? Is or in this sentence joining sentences, subjects, or objects? All right, hopefully you picked objects. Meat and eggs are the objects. And then finally, how do we punctuate this sentence? All right, no extra punctuation needed, just the period at the end. I mean, of course, the apostrophe here in the contraction, but we don't need a comma with this to join the two objects. So it's perfect the way it is. All right, our last practice for today, Trina and I will help you with that. Trina and I will help you with that. What is our coordinating conjunction? Did you find and? Good. Next, what is the conjunction and joining in this sentence? Is it joining sentences, subjects, or objects? All right, it is joining subjects, right? Who's doing the action? Trina is helping, and I am helping. All right, so it's joining subjects. Trina and I are the subjects. And then finally, how are we going to punctuate this sentence? All right, did you decide that this sentence doesn't need any comma? I hope so, because remember, when we're joining subjects, we do not need the comma with the coordinating conjunction. All right, that's our practice for today. Remember, on the quiz, I'm going to ask you to write sentences. So, like, write a sentence with this where a coordinating conjunction joins two subjects, or write a sentence with a coordinating conjunction joining two sentences. Punctuate correctly. Also remember on the quiz to capitalize personal pronoun I, period at the end of the sentence, capital letter, right? All those things count too. Those are those basic requirements in writing. All right, that'll do it for today. Let me know if you have any questions or concerns, and have a fantastic day.